Everyone's talking a lot about what AI is going to be capable of. Well, let me show you what we've already done and what AI can do for you right now. SSW purchased a company called Tina, which has a really good CMS solution. But we build custom software and custom AI applications, so we thought this is a good opportunity. We're going to see how much AI we can jam into one company. We figured out a whole bunch of different ways that we can use AI to really supercharge it. So one of the first things we did is we put a little chat icon down the bottom right-hand side of the Tina.io website. And we'd already done that on ssw.com.au, and the reason was it helps with our sales and marketing. People coming to the site going, oh, what do you guys do? Can you handle this kind of project? So we assumed that they'd be coming there and saying, oh, can Tina CMS work in this kind of website? Or how do I book a demo? Or this sort of sales kind of questions. It turned out it wasn't the people wanting to know about it that came to the site. It was people who wanted to know deep questions of how to use it. It was developers coming in and trying to get troubleshooting advice. And because it indexes all of the knowledge base, all of the docs, all of the FAQs, it actually has all those answers. So it was getting really technical troubleshooting support for all these developers when we hadn't even intended that. It was fantastic. So with sales and marketing, when we bought Tina CMS, it came with its own CRM system. We're used to using Dynamics, but it came with HubSpot. HubSpot's got a bit of AI built into it, and one of the nicest features is this thing called Insights. So all of the customers, the companies that you have listed in HubSpot have all of the information that a salesperson might care about already pre-filled just by going off and doing its own research online. So how big is that company? How many employees? What's its turnover? What industry is it in? All that really useful information is just there for you already. You don't have to go off and do that research. So the second thing we've done is we've made a custom GPT that takes all of the data from the new leads that we get added every day. We've got about 200 people downloading demo apps every day. And we're trying to work out which ones of these should we call, because we've only got 1 or 2 salespeople. They don't have infinite amount of time to call everyone. So the GPT uses its intelligence to figure out which one of these companies is big or important, or it might be a timely time for them to be called, and gives us an ordered list of call these people in this order, which means that our limited sales resources are spent on the most important leads first. So one thing that AI is really good at is making sense of a huge amount of data that otherwise would be incomprehensible for a normal human. So the website traffic on Tina.io, the website, is huge. But because of that, it's really valuable statistics about user behavior, what do people care about, what don't they care about. And that would be too much information for one person to look through themselves, but AI can see trends, it can see spikes, it can see things that are out of the usual, and it can also start to look at possible causation as well and give you ideas of you did this, it caused a problem, or you did this and it was really good, do that again. That's valuable data we didn't have before. One underrated way to get a lot of power of AI into your business is through custom GPTs, because you can get a lot done really quickly. So one example is we have a TV team and we make videos that are sometimes quite technical content that we need to produce out to multiple social media platforms like LinkedIn, X, Facebook, whatever, but also in multiple languages because we've got offices in Australia, France, and China. But we can get one marketing person in Australia who uses a custom GPT to produce posts that will work on any platform in any language as needed. The other custom GPT we've made is my favorite because our booking system used to be extremely slow and laborious. One of our developers on a weekend in 2 hours produced a custom GPT that literally I just talked to and instantly the booking's made. And it's really fun because I could even use it via Siri. Hey Siri, make a booking. Opens up the GPT straight away. Book Callum for his next available 1 week period to work on Tina. And done. My favorite use of AI at all, bar none, is a product that we've made called Yak Shaver. What it does is allows you to very quickly record your screen and send off whatever you're talking about to whoever's in charge of that thing to fix. So the pain that we had was that we'd be in a meeting with say 3 people and you're trying to get something done, but you notice that there's a problem somewhere. Let's say your Dynamics form the user form's broken or something. So you want to report that. But that means you've got to find out who's in charge of that, who should I inform, how do I make sure that they have enough context to know what I'm talking about. and this is just sidetracking my meeting, right? And my two people who are sitting around waiting for me are getting more and more frustrated. So now all I do, I press record on the screen, I explain the problem, I press stop, and I move on with my day, while AI in Yak Shaver takes that video, gets the video transcript, works out what am I talking about, it looks at the screen, it takes the URL, it works out where the backlog is for the CRM system, and it puts a task, a PBI, into that backlog, whether it's Azure DevOps or GitHub. If there is no backlog, it sends out an email to the right people because it looks up in the intranet who's in charge of that thing. It's all of the work that you would have had to have done manually, but just done in the background. You don't even think about it. So far we've talked about all the ways that AI has helped Tina the business, but let's get into how we've put AI into the actual Tina CMS product. So it's a CMS, it's a content management system. And the first thing we did is we've made sure that we've automated entering in alt text for images. So alt text is what you put in for screen readers, for sight impaired people to be able to use the internet, and also what search engines use to be able to know what an image is so that they can index it better. So that's just done. You don't have to think about it anymore. It was often missed. Now you don't even think, it's just done. So the other thing that we've automated is the meta description tag for each page is auto-generated as well. So once you've finished a page, you put it in and AI will just figure out what's this page about and just straight away put in like a really search engine friendly meta description, again, increasing your SEO without even you having to think about it. So some of the big features that we're working on right now in Tina CMS is the first thing is a content management system. Obviously, we want it to produce content for you, right? So at the moment, people are already using things like ChatGPT and Claude to figure out, a first draft of their web pages, and we put that straight into the CMS. But the main difference is that this has full context. It knows the rest of your site. It knows the rest of your content already. It's pre-trained on your style and on what you're trying to get across and how. So this produces content that is instantly usable rather than producing ChatGPT sounding content that you've then got to modify a lot. Another nice usability feature is that as you write, it can suggest changes to the things you've just written as you go. So it can check your spelling, your grammar, but also your sentence structure, and also just how persuasive your language is, and give you feedback and coaching on what you're writing as you're writing it. So if you don't want it to generate everything for you, you can write your own stuff and have it give you coaching and direction as you go. So that's all the ways that we've managed to jam as much AI as possible into one business. It's been amazing to go through that journey and to see how big a change we can make in all these different areas. And we'd love to do the same thing for your business. So if you'd like to come in and have a chat with us, we can have an initial meeting. It's free of charge, and just talk it out, figure out what you can do, what's possible, and what might be possible soon. It's Ulysses from SSW, signing off.